Welcome back to Rails Evolution. In my opinion, the biggest barrier to online 18xx games is the graphical user interface. Staring at an online spreadsheet for hours is exhausting. We designed Rails Evolution using a strict visual design language, so your brain stops processing the user interface and has time to process the strategy. Here I show the mid-game situation of 1835, and I'm going to show some aspects of the design interface here. It is now the Bayern's turn. You can see that clearly by the logo up top left, and the 4 steps that the company can undertake are clearly shown: build track, place token, revenue, and buy trains. The moderator is guided from top to bottom, and only the active phase is highlighted. So now the user knows we're in the build track phase. All of the tracks that can be built are highlighted in red, and the number of the tile appears so that the player can communicate clearly with the moderator where they want to build. They would, for example, say, I want to build on K7. I click on that tile and I see all of the options, and I can rotate and change this tile in the way that I want. In this case, the Bavaria has 2 extra private companies, the OBB and the PFB, and you can see from hovering over that I can reveal their specific powers, which tiles they can build, or which tokens they can lay. If I choose one of these tiles, then this comes up as a special tile, and I can carry that as well. In the next phase, I'm shown which tokens I can lay and how much they cost. Again, I can choose to drop a token here. Then the engine automatically calculates the revenue for me and shows the routes and highlighted. I choose if I want to pay or hold. And I cannot buy a train in this situation because I'm already full. An end turn button clearly indicates when my phase is over. Now a little bit later in the game, I show the example of the Württemberg, which can buy a train. To demonstrate what trains look like, you can see that in the game status window, as well as in the operation panel, I can click on these buttons to show me which trains I am able to buy. So I can buy a fresh 4 train from the bank, or any of these trains from my other little companies. Clicking on them, for example, gives me the option to pay whatever I want for this train. Skipping to the stock round. We use color strictly and consistently throughout the game. It communicates legality and possibility of moves. You never have to calculate if you can afford to purchase, for example, of a share or of a train. The interface highlights exactly which private or shares or trains you can legally buy or nationalize at any given moment. It provides a complete overview, instantly showing every player's fixed income, current shares, and share limit. Here in the stock round, for example, it is Mark's turn. Mark also has the priority deal, as shown by the little triangle, and the options that he has available at this moment is manifold. He can buy a Bavaria share from the pool. He can buy a fresh IPO share of the Saxony. He can sell a share from the Saxony, or he can nationalize a Saxony share from Rainer, which is a special rule in 1835. Alternatively, of course, he can pass. Game tracking is entirely visual. A small train icon moves along from left to right and indicates which round we're in. We can see that we are in the stock round, followed by 2 operating rounds. These little stations change their color from yellow to green to brown to indicate which phase we are in. Assuming all players pass, we are in the next operating round, and the operating order of all companies is indicated by another little train. Because Rails Evolution is built for championship play, we integrated a professional chess timer that counts down every second of thinking turn for each player. If you're missing a player or just want to train, you can activate our AI player, which is perfectly capable of executing legal moves and can run a complete game if you wanted to. When the bank breaks, the game isn't quite over yet. Rails Evolution features a real-time scrolling end game review. You can scroll to any situation in the game and see exactly what happened and where you lost or gained points. This is incredibly helpful for revision of strategy, to see where errors has happened and to improve for your next go. It is also quite exciting to see at the end who the winner is, of course. Intuitive design, 100% rule enforcement. Download Rails Evolution from our GitHub link below and experience the game in a new way.